Join us and discover beautiful beaches, rugged landscapes, pretty towns, desolate mountain ranges that sweep down to stunning lakes, unique architecture, history and folklore, no shamrocks, no shillelaghs, and definitely no shenanigans. Just naked Ireland. We're deep in Ireland's southwest today for a visit to the pretty town of Killarney in lovely County Kerry. And you can just see a jaunting car coming up the road there. Killarney is of course famous for its jaunting cars. They're kind of the gondolas of Ireland, and just as you'll rarely see a Venetian in a gondola, you'll find these jaunting cars full of tourists from all over the world, just in case you think we Irish commute to work in them each day. So we're driving now into the square at the centre of the town. And there's the St Mary's Church of the Sloes in front of us now. Now, the last time I visited Killarney was many years ago, and while I remember being struck then by how commercial it seemed, it's become even more built up since then. There's an astonishing number of hotels, bars, restaurants and fast food places here now. I mean, this place has catered for tourists since the middle of the 18th century, but now it's totally off the scale. In this part of town in particular, there are quite a few very large hotels. And there's another jaunting car passing. So as usual, my plan is to park up here and then we'll get out and walk around and see what attracts so many people to Killarney. And here we go. I'm heading back down into the square again, and this gives us a chance, I think, to see how European, or perhaps how touristic this town has become. Tourism, as we know, is a double-edged sword. It's always provided Killarney with trade and enabled this town, on the edge of Europe, to prosper. But at the same time, it leaves its mark. I mean, walking into this square, I think you could be in any tourist town or resort in Europe, and that's paradoxically a good and bad thing. The other thing to consider is the number of accents and languages that you hear around you. If you've come to Ireland to see the Irish, then perhaps Killarney may not be the best place. I don't want to be negative though. Killarney is what it is. It's a magnet for tourists. It has been for over 250 years, and it's a place where holidaymakers will get a warm welcome and will find everything they need, from an artisan coffee to a Japanese meal. And as you can see, I got a lovely October day for my visit. I hope you're as lucky as me with the weather when you come here. When the sun shines in Ireland, it's quite simply the best place to be in the world. If only that was something we had control over, that'd be great. Now, the hotel directly in front of us is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. That's the Killarney Plaza Hotel and Spa. It's one of several big swanky hotels that feed thousands of tourists into the area. And I think you can just hear the clip-clop of the jaunting horses on the road beyond the hotel. But in fact, the hotel, with its terraced Café du Parc, has more in common with Paris or Bordeaux than a provincial Irish town. So it's funny how things develop. Although it makes you wonder if there's much more of this kind of influence. Will there be anything distinctly Irish for people to see? Aside from the jaunting cars, obviously. They seem strangely incongruent in what is now such a busy road system. Perhaps there's something sad about the jaunting cars, a relic of an age in an Ireland long gone, jostling for space amongst the buses and the lorries. But like the other commerce in Killarney, it's a thriving industry. All overseen here by the Christ the King statue, which you may notice also has a little jaunting car style canopy over it. So I don't know, you may want to see the sights from one of these carriages, pulled by one of these impressive horses. I'd say it'd be expensive though. Perhaps if you've had a jaunt in one of these, you can let our readers know in the comments how much you're likely to pay. I'm sure some would be interested in that. But I think the most delightful way to see Killarney is to walk around its beautiful streets and see its colourful shop fronts, and that's what we're about to do now. Beginning here, outside Paddy Sheehan's on Main Street. There's the Milano's pizza chain, and Social 15, a nightclub, before we get to the entrance of the Main Street Mall. And then a few restaurants flanking a vape shop, but actually, as always in Irish towns, it's the lovely painted shop fronts that make it all so appealing. Of course, aside from the town's obvious charm, it's its location on what's known as the Ring of Kerry, an outstandingly scenic 179km long loop around some of Kerry's most gorgeous countryside that makes Killarney so important, and we'll see some of that countryside in a future film. There's one of the old telephone boxes there, another relic from a bygone age. Even the Centra supermarket here has had to tone down its usual garish look to fit in with the quaint architecture of the street. And the bakery just a little further along looks marvellous. And we have art galleries sitting adjacent to old public houses, and then the traditional frontage of the pharmacy. The town has a population of just under 15,000, and that gives you some idea of the size of this place, and it's twinned with no less than 10 other towns. I don't think I've ever encountered such an extended family of related towns. It includes 5 towns in the US, Concord, North Carolina, Cooper City, Florida, Springfield, Illinois, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and Scottsdale, Arizona. On top of that, we have Castiglione di Sicilia in Sicily, and Casperia in Italy, Plentfeld in Bavaria, Kendal in England, and Staffanstorp in Sweden. What a list! If your town wasn't on that list, then you need to get onto your local town hall and tell them to get their finger out. It seems being twinned with Killarney is where it's at. And this is also the place to come for your souvenirs. Celtic jewellery, Irish knitwear, all that sort of thing. It's all here if you've got the cash. Incidentally, if you do have the cash, you might want to donate to the channel if you found it informative. It's really easy to do. You can buy me a pint by following the link in the second paragraph of the description below the video. Every donation really helps keep the channel afloat, and believe me, it's much appreciated. Or scan this QR code with your phone, assuming you're not watching this on your phone. Failing that, I'd love it if you simply like the video and subscribe to the channel. And you'll have noticed that the town is spotlessly clean, like many Irish towns. In fact, this one has won Best Kept Town in 2007 and was Ireland's tidiest town in 2011. And while I'm giving you a tour of the main street, bear in mind there's lots of other side streets with plenty to offer too. Imagine sitting outside one of these places drinking a big pint of Guinness on a lovely autumn day like this. That's what I'll be doing soon. The first settlements in the area go way back to the 7th century. A monastery was founded near here on an island in one of the 3 lakes of Killarney by St Finian the Leper. This place was on the go right up to 1594 until Queen Elizabeth I of England dispossessed the monks. It's said that Brian Boru, the Irish High King, was educated there. These monasteries were great European seats of learning, let alone important scholarly places within Ireland. The Speakeasy Bar, that's got to be worth a visit. A Franciscan friary called Muckross Abbey was founded here in 1448 too. Alas, that was destroyed like so many Irish religious buildings by Oliver Cromwell. And that might be the place to go and watch the rugby. Just look at the colours here. We all need colour in our life, particularly in autumn and as the winter approaches. And there's so many great looking restaurants here too, spoilt for choice in terms of gastronomy. There's the Boxty House up ahead as well, so if you come here you should be able to eat well. I'm walking up New Street now just to get a feel for it, and we can see that there's plenty more of the same beautiful shop fronts. And yet more inviting restaurants. Now, I mentioned earlier that Killarney has had a long history with tourism. The town was even visited by Queen Victoria in 1861, which obviously put it on the tourist map for many. But people had been coming to enjoy the town and its surrounding countryside for 100 years prior to that. And probably visiting amazing little pubs like this. The arrival of the railway here in 1853 obviously opened the place up as a tourist destination. Today the town earns a whopping 410 million a year from tourism. 1.1 million tourists come here to spend their money every year, and remember the town's population is only 15,000. So I guess that's why the town is so well kept. It has a lot of visitors to impress from all over the world. Of course you'll get music in the pubs and hotels in the evenings too. Another shopping mall coming up, this time with a Tesco supermarket, but look at the exterior. The town is obviously careful about preserving the look of this part of the shopping area. Another fact that you might be interested in, did you know that the actor Michael Fassbender is from Killarney? He moved here at the age of 2 from Germany, where he was born, and attended primary and secondary school here before studying drama in London. And on that incredible revelation, I'm heading onward, out of town and into the Killarney countryside, which will be the exciting subject of future films. Please don't forget to like the video if you've enjoyed it, and of course, you'll then want to subscribe to Naked Ireland. Honestly, it's so helpful to the development of the channel, and it'll bring more of these films up in your feed, so go on, do it. And I'll see you in the next Naked Ireland video.